So, thank you for coming tonight. If the microphone's too loud, let me know. I can lower it and not blow you out here. Tonight is our budget hearing, and what a budget hearing is, we're required by law not more than 14 days, not less than 7 days prior to the budget vote. We must provide an opportunity for the community to come and hear what the budget is. Okay? So it's not an audience participation night to have comments, because the budget has already been voted on by the board and adopted, and that's the budget that is going to be going out for the June 18th vote. So, however, though, once I'm done, I'm happy to stay around. If people have questions or whatever, I'm happy to talk with anybody and answer any questions that you have. Okay? So what I want to do tonight is go through our budget revote for the 2019-2020 proposed budget. So, our proposed budget for June 18th, 2019 is $95,314,988. That is a reduction of $4.6 million from our current budget here in 2018-19. Okay, so again, that's a $4.6 million reduction from our current budget in 2018-19, which was $99,991,245. It represents a proposed tax levy of 2.46. It's important to note two items here. That is a tax levy that is less than the tax levy that exists for this year. This year's tax levy was 2.6. We went below this year's tax levy in this new proposed budget. Also, the proposed budget for 2019-2020 reduces spending to a level that is less than what it was in 2016-2017 budget. So what are our budget revenues? The budget revenues, state aid is $41,295,771. Our proposed tax levy is $45,844,217. Our pilot revenues are $1,750,000. Other revenues, $1,113,500, which gives us a total of about $90 million in revenues. We're also going to use approximately $5.3 million in fund balance going forward for this coming year for 2019-20, which gives our total with fund balance, our revenue plan, is $95,314,988. Some state aid summary information for you. Our budget 2019-2020 state aid is $41,295,771. Our projected revenue for this year is $42,586,166. So what you can see is our state aid projected for next year is about $1.2 million less than we're receiving this year. And I also want to note that the district is owed approximately $2.6 million in foundation aid. I think as everyone saw, there was an increase in foundation aid for districts around the state. But again, that was for districts that were low wealth, high need, operating in a city school district, large ELL population, large free and reduced population. We don't qualify in any of those categories. So the foundation aid went to those districts. Our proposed tax levy for our 2019-2020 budget. The tax levy is proposed at $45,844,217. Our current tax levy is $44,742,041. That represents an increase of $102,176. As we said, it represents a tax levy of 2.46, less than the tax levy we have currently in the 18-19 school year. So what does that mean for a resident owning a home with a fair market value of $300,000? The proposed tax levy would result in approximately $165 more per year, or about $14 a month. So the summary of the fund balance is, anticipated at the end of this year, we're going to have approximately $15 million worth of fund balance available. We're planning on using approximately $5.3 million going forward for the 2019-2020 budget. That would leave us approximately $9.6 million available for future years. And that additional fund balance will be needed in subsequent years' budgets to supplement revenues in order to allow our revenues to align and meet our operating expenses. The budget format for New York State is they want it broken down in the expenditure groups into 5 major categories. Those categories are general support, instruction, transportation, employee benefits, and debt service. So our general support is for Board of Education, Central Administration, Business Office, Legal, Operations and Maintenance, postage administrative charges, printing, postage, insurance, and data. What are the factors here? Well, we've had significant reductions in our technology and equipment purchases going forward. We've reduced requests for equipment and materials, and we have reduced staff. That represents a $567,000 reduction, or almost 6.5% reduction in this one category. In instruction, regular instruction, special education, special services, technology, athletics, career and technical education, we've had staff costs reduced through retirements and staff reductions, declining student enrollment, and contractual obligations. This represents approximately a $2.1 million reduction, or almost 4%, a little over 4% reduction in the instruction area. In our transportation, this represents salaries, repairs and maintenance, private carrier transportation, supplies, diesel and unleaded fuel, building operations and utility costs. We've had reductions in equipment and supply purchases, payroll cost reductions due to retirements, and efficiencies and redesign and reduction of bus routes. This represents almost a $300,000 reduction, or a 5.27% reduction in this category. In employee benefits, we've had reduced costs due to staff reductions, declining pension contribution rates, and we have a little over $114,000 more reduction in this area, which represents about a 0.5% reduction in employee benefits. Debt service and intertransfer funds, we've had a reduction here of approximately $1.5 million, which represents about 16.2% reduction in this area. So some information about the STAR exemption and property tax rebate. Important to note that the STAR exemption and property tax rebate, that the STAR exemption, residents that have signed up and qualified for the STAR exemption will continue to receive their STAR exemption either by check or as a reduction on their school tax bill. The tax rebate, residents will not qualify for a 2019 property tax rebate because the tax cap, as we've stated before, is a negative 0.47. Our proposed budget at 2.46, the tax levy which exceeds the negative 0.47 tax cap, causes the issue of not having a property tax cap rebate. I also want to note that on a contingent budget, that will not provide a property tax cap or rebate because it requires a 0% levy, which exceeds the 0.47 tax cap. That is one of the many flaws of the tax cap legislation. Okay? It is absolutely a flaw in the legislation. So, what does it mean right now for the current budget? What I'm going to review with you is what is out of the budget already. 21 faculty positions, 32.5 staff positions, 2 administrator positions, a 0.5 job coach is out, the assistant play directors in all 4 of our buildings, the elimination of the after-school detention program. We've had significant reductions in equipment and supplies. We've eliminated the intramural swim program. Select high school and AP and college courses are eliminated. Summer curriculum is eliminated. High school electives have been reduced. The Office of Professional Learning has been eliminated. Our 5 o'clock bus run has been eliminated. Same with summer school and field trips. Significant reductions in our tech budget. 17 program assistants in our athletics are eliminated. The virtual high school has been eliminated, and significant reductions in the Capital Region BOCES media specialists. Now I want to talk for a minute about what a contingent budget looks like. That means we would have to move to a 0% levy, which means another $1.1 million worth of cuts. Okay? That would include all of the reductions that exist on the left-hand side. And it would mean a combination of a number of the items on the list here in green. Okay? We would need to achieve another $1.1 million in reductions to get to a zero levy. Because this vote requires a 60% plus one vote, we need to be prepared to move forward if there is a contingent budget put in place. We are required to have a budget in place by July 1, 2019. These are difficult decisions, everybody, but it's imperative that we are prepared to move forward, as I said, because it is necessary to have a budget in place by July 1. So you can look, it could be up to 12 more faculty positions, up to 10 more staff positions, additional cuts in our administrative costs. Yes, we're even looking at kindergarten being reduced to half day as one of the options. Okay? We're looking at every one of these items that are on here because these are the non-mandated items that we would have to look at to reduce our costs by $1.1 million. Okay? We would have to look at the reduction or elimination of the Mount Hope Police and Orange County Sheriff coverage, reduction of bus driver positions due to rerouting, JROTC, some additional high school electives, JV sports, modified sports, and the athletic trainer, 5th grade band, it's not mandated, school musical productions and the school drama productions, cuts in our high school and middle school extracurricular clubs, the high school and middle school department chair positions, the K-5 grade level chairs, the K-5 enrichment, our PM door greeters, Capital Region BOCES elimination of the entire program, our fine arts chair positions, even more reductions in equipment and supplies. And the thing that I have to let everybody know is that under a contingent budget, we are required to charge a fee to any of our community organizations utilizing our facilities. Okay? Any of our organizations would have to be charged an appropriate fee, and that is the law. So again, 2019-2020 proposed budget is $95,314,988. It's a tax levy of 2.46%. Tax impact, about $165 for a homeowner with a fair market value home of about $300,000. Okay? The budget revote is Tuesday, June 18th, 2019, noon to 9 p.m. The intermediate school gym and the Otisville Elementary Gym. We have spoken to the Orange County Board of Elections, and they are going to be sending 3 machines to the intermediate school and 2 machines to the Otisville school. I want to make sure I dispel some rumors out there. Prior to the vote, we absolutely requested more machines on our May 21st vote. However, what Orange County Board of Elections does is they look at your previous votes and they said they believed 1 machine would be sufficient. I want you to know, we were the ones that called them immediately and said we need another machine at least. They did send one over by 3 o'clock, but I wanted everybody to know we did make the request prior to the vote to have additional machines at our sites. But because they base it on your previous year's vote, they did not feel it was needed. So I just want, I know that's out there. People have said, they purposely didn't have enough machines. Not true. Okay? I want to make sure everyone's clear on that. We did request other machines. All right? So again, Tuesday, June 18, 2019, noon to 9. The intermediate school for one site, the Otisville Elementary for the other site. And we're voting on a 2.46 levy with a total budget of $95,314,988 spending plan. okay? And as I said, the tax impact for a homeowner with a fair market value of $300,000 would be approximately $165, or about $14 a month, okay? So that's our date, time, and location, and that's it. Thank you very much.
Brian, please, if you don't mind, please just mention to them with regards to the information came out there. Is there Thomas information out there?
Okay. Sure. Just so everyone's aware, we had to advertise for a clerk of the works because the amount of work that was being done on this campus over the summer, all right? And again, that is separate from our budget. That is the capital project that was voted on back in 2017. It is a separate situation, and we are required, in order to offer and find a clerk of the works, we have to put an RFP out, and we are required to do that by law. So some people have said, oh, they didn't need to do that. That's not true. We are required to do that, and I want that to be very clear. The capital project has nothing to do with the current budget. Okay, so I want to make sure that's clear. Okay? Yes, our lawyers, so you're aware, our lawyers absolutely wanted the entire thing put in there. So we follow what our legal advice is. That's why we have the attorneys. They tell us what to do so that we do not make a mistake. Okay? All right. So as I said, this is not an audience participation situation, but I'm happy to come around and talk with anybody if you have any questions. Okay? Thank you.